Arsenal, Liverpool and Chelsea have goalkeeping crisis. That's right, I went a bit too far with that one, but I had to. It's Sunday relaxation day. So we're going to take a chill pill today and talk about Arsenal, Liverpool and Chelsea goalkeeping situation. Also, on top of that, Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein, I've been dropping little tweets here and there because the transfer window is just slowly coming to an end, the first part. I'm Ty Knight here for TK24 Sports. If you're new to the show, like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss a show every time we upload. Let's get into this one. Road to 1,000 subscribers is on its way. The only thing I ask of you today, not just to subscribe, not just to like, but please watch the video right until the end. It's not going to take a long time. Let's get into it. So, Arsenal are going for Kepa. That's no big secret. 5 million from Bournemouth. His wages are not going to be crazy. It's going to be reduced because he's already taken that place when he went to Bournemouth. When he went from Chelsea to Bournemouth, he took a wage reduction to play first team football. Now, he's coming to Arsenal. Look, actually, it is going to be as starting off with the number 2, but he's coming into battle for the number 1 spot. But that's great for Arsenal. That means David Raya knows he's now got legitimate competition to buck his ideas up. If you saw last season, his distribution at times was just woeful. Towards the end of the season, his kicking was just rubbish. But David Raya now knows he has competition for his number 1 spot. Neto, who came in last season on loan, funny enough, from Bournemouth, was not really truly a competition. He came in, he was cup tied for the Carabao Cup. So David Raya was pretty much playing every single game, barring one. With Kepa coming in, 5 million signed from Chelsea, and again, that word, Chelsea, Arsenal fans are just not happy with it. This is saying it's another Chelsea reject coming into Arsenal. Now, don't get me wrong. Out of all the transfers that's coming from Chelsea with your David Luiz, your Willian, then you got your Raheem Sterling, and now you're going to get in Kai Havertz as well. We've got Kai Havertz as well, and now Kepa. That's 5 Chelsea players that you get in. But every transfer is not always going to be a glorious transfer. Sometimes you can get a diamond in the rough, and then we've had more rough than the diamonds at this moment in time. Question marks set out on Kai Havertz. Jorginho, I think, was a very good signing. David Luiz was okay. William was woeful. So what's Kepa going to be? We don't talk about Sterling because that's a swear word in the Arsenal Emirates. It really is. You mention that word Sterling and people just, they don't even have a conversation. It wasn't a signing that worked out too well. But good luck to Sterling on his next adventure. But Kepa coming in, it's only going to be good news for Arsenal. They've now got a reliable number 2 who can play the Carabao Cup, the FA Cups, 1 or 2 snaps in the Premier League should David Raya ever get injured, maybe 1 or 2 snaps in the Champions League should Arsenal progress so quickly, but after 6 games. Wishful thinking, of course, it took them 7 games to progress last season. But we'll know, wishful thinking, Kepa will be in and be comfortable for Arsenal fans. Not all Arsenal fans, some, maybe 5%. Who knows? Anyway, keep on moving on from here. Mike began to Chelsea, to AC Milan. And Chelsea have put in a nice little bid there, again, for the goalkeeper. They want him done really and truly by tomorrow, which is going to be Monday, and in time for the Club World Cup. So Chelsea can go out there with legitimately 50 goalkeepers. What's new? But at least if they can get him in over the line, then this means that Chelsea's going to have a solid number 1 goalkeeper. Sanchez, who's there at the moment, he's not the best goalkeeper out there, but he's not the worst. But if you get a good goal stopper like this player coming in from AC Milan, it's only going to mean good news for Chelsea. It really and truly is. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen with that one. More updates may come today, no doubt, from a Fabrizio Romano or David Ornstein once a bid gets accepted. Because personal terms with Chelsea is never going to be a problem. It's just going to be a problem trying to get the fee agreed for what Chelsea want to pay and then for what AC Milan are happy to accept. Moving on to Liverpool. Now, this story is actually going to come out today from Fabrizio Romano in regards to an Addison. Now, he's got a competition coming in, I think, this year now. So Liverpool, of course, sold their goalkeeper, their number 2. And with Addison, the way he's talking, it sounds like this could be his last year at Liverpool. He's talking about he's got 1 year left on his deal, and he's got then a year extension, should the club wish to progress with that one. But I can only imagine Liverpool only triggering that 1 extra year on his contract if they want to get value for money, to try and get some sort of money, should Alisson want to go back home to Brazil, maybe Argentina, maybe the MLS, or maybe to the Saudi Pro League. Who knows on that one? Who really and truly knows apart from Alisson and what he's going to do? Does he feel his time is coming to an end? He's achieved everything that he could possibly do. At Liverpool, he's been a great servant. He's always been considered as one of the top 2 goalkeepers with him and Ederson. So that one, we just have to wait and see what's going to happen with Alisson at the end of this coming season, the 25-26 season. Jamie Gittins, back to Chelsea. Chelsea have submitted a bid that was done by Chelsea, of course, but when I say we're done by, we're talking about breaking the news, which was a Romano and a David Ornstein. A 7-year contract has been submitted, and of course that's going to be accepted by Jamie Gittins. This is why Chelsea are going in for him. And again, this still needs to be done by tomorrow at least, because that helps Chelsea get the deal done, get him into the squad. So when they fly out to the Club World Cup, they now have the goalkeeper along with a winger as well. Does that mean that's the end pursuit for Nico Williams and then Rodrigo? Does that leave the door open for Arsenal to go and get him? More than likely. So sorry about that. So much to talk about, but again, it's Sunday chill. And when I talk about the chill part, this is the part now where I'm going to slow down. This first part of the summer transfer window has been a bit crazy. We've seen Manchester City make 3 signings. We've seen Chelsea go after it. We've seen Man United doing a madness. And all this has just caused uproar in the transfer world, because it makes fans start thinking the club that they support are not actually doing any business at all, which is actually further from the truth. If this first part of the summer transfer window wasn't even open, no one would be crying. People would still be talking or daily transfer rumours on who's doing what and who could be going where, and the great debate going on and on and on until the window opens. And then you start seeing the fan fanfare of just moaning and complaining that the club that they support are not bringing the players that they want. Not what the club needs, but what the fans want. And prime example, of course, you know I'm an Arsenal fan, is that Sesko coming in and not Gyökeres, of course, is always going to split opinion. And everyone's got their right to have their own opinion on it. But you also have to understand, what does the club need? And you should know by now that Mikel Arteta never favours an out-and-out striker. And Sesko is an out-and-out striker, but he's actually more of a forward player than a Gyökeres is an out-and-out striker. And what people still don't get is what Mikel Arteta has always said. He goes, he likes the goals to be distributed around the whole team and not focus on one player. Whereas I think if you got for Gyökeres, the focus for him is just, of course, no doubt that with Sesko, but just primarily got to feed the guy and he will score the goals. I try not to do the Sean Go-to one, feed the goat and he will score. But Gyökeres has been brought in to be a facilitator as well as a goal scorer, whereas Gyökeres is more for a goal scorer. And I think when he goes to Manchester United, he's going to thrive more there than he actually would at Arsenal. And it's quite sad to say that, but it's true. Gyökeres going to Manchester United is going to suit him better. The football that they're going to be playing this upcoming season is going to get the best out of Gyökeres. What I feel is if Gyökeres came into Arsenal, it wouldn't actually be the best for him. It just wouldn't. The teams that we play against go against a low block. No one does high lines apart from Tottenham, and they sacked Ange Postecoglou. And speaking about Ange Postecoglou, Thomas Frank has now been emerged as the one to go into Spurs as the new manager. But could he go in for Breno? That could be an interesting one. But back to the Sesko and Gyökeres part, back to the first part of the summer transfer window, I just think everyone needs to take a chill pill and just relax a little bit. There's so much more to go. There's so much more time. Enjoy what is now, I guess, a quiet moment in the transfer window. Start thinking of, okay, why is my club going for this particular player? Why does my manager want to go for this player and not this player? Try and dissect it a little bit in your head and say, that's the reason why he's going for Sesko, is because he wants someone to facilitate around and get the best out of a Martinelli, a Trossard, a Odegaard, a Saka. Why is Chelsea going for this particular goalkeeper? Why are they going for this particular winger? Why have they got a Dilapin? Why has Manchester United got a Cunha in? Why are they going for an Breno? Why are they going for a Gyökeres? Does these plays make sense for the manager? It surely does. And it surely does. But of course, it's going to be frustration because we want the best players out there playing at our club. But if the best players don't suit the way the team currently plays, it's just going to be a disaster waiting to happen. Not pretty much like a Sterling in that matter. Anyway, so what's your thoughts today? It's Sunday chill day. That's what I'm calling this. When I do a show now on a Sunday, it's going to be Sunday chill or Sunday vibes. Which one's better? Sunday chill or Sunday vibes? Because sometimes, out of the 7 days of the week, we've got to have a chill day or just a vibing day. Anyway, I'm Tyne out here for TK24 Sports. If you're new to the show, like, subscribe, turn the notification on so you don't miss a show every time we upload. Have a great day.